all the details that you would need to know about the PRINCE2 7th Edition Practitioner Exam and how you can prepare for the same to become a PRINCE2 certified project manager. Let's learn that in this video. Hello, I am Ray and I'm a PRINCE2 7th Edition Foundation and Practitioner Certified Project Manager with over 15 years of experience in project management. Currently, I work as a program manager in the UK and I'm an authorized training provider or an ATO for Axelos and PeopleCert, who are the accreditation organizations for the PRINCE2 certification. So the PRINCE2 7th Edition Practitioner Exam is the latest advanced certification in the globally recognized PRINCE2 project management framework, okay? And it is designed to validate your ability to apply the PRINCE2 principles, the practices, and the processes in real-world project scenarios. Now, unlike the foundation level, for which I already have a detailed video, the practitioner level focuses on the practical application of the PRINCE2 7th Edition framework. And this makes it ideal for mid-senior level or senior level project managers capable of leading projects using the PRINCE2 framework with confidence and structured discipline. Now, the PRINCE2, as you are aware, remains one of the most respected project management qualifications worldwide, particularly in the United Kingdom, Europe, Australia, and parts of Asia, especially in India and Middle East, where employers heavily value the certified experience. And particularly the 7th edition of PRINCE2 reflects modern project delivery approaches and prepares the candidates for dynamic business environments. So in this video, we'll cover the eligibility criteria, the syllabus, the exam format, typical costs, and the recommended preparation time that you would need for the PRINCE2 Practitioner Exam so that you as a candidate can plan your certification journey strategically. First, let's talk about the eligibility, okay? Now, to be eligible for the PRINCE2 7th Edition Practitioner Exam, candidates must hold at least one of the Axelos recognized prerequisite certifications that you see on the screen. However, the most common and the recommended route is the successful completion of the PRINCE2 7th Edition Foundation Exam first and then moving up the ladder for the practitioner level. Now that, according to me, is the most seamless progress. Alternatively, candidates can also qualify for the practitioner level directly if they hold one of these approved certifications as well. You can check that out on the screen, and also you can find all the relevant details on the Axelos website. Now, when it comes to work experience, there are no formal professional experience requirements for the PRINCE2 practitioner. Now, this really makes PRINCE2 highly accessible compared to many other advanced project management certifications, for example, the PMI or the APM certifications, which really mandates official work experience in the industry to become eligible. Now, even if the PRINCE2 Practitioner Exam does not ask for an official work experience, however, the practitioner level assumes that you as a candidate will have a solid understanding of the PRINCE2 concepts and terminology, as the exam really focuses on applying the framework to real-life project scenarios. And hence, as I was mentioning, the most preferred route to get the PRINCE2 practitioner certification is to first get your foundation level certification and then move on to the practitioner level. Next, cost or fees for the PRINCE2 7th Edition Practitioner Exam. And this is where it gets a bit interesting, okay? Now, the official fee for the practitioner level of the exam, as listed on PeopleCert, is £585. Now, of course, this might vary slightly depending on your region and your country, okay? However, the good part is, if you are registering for the practitioner exam via an authorized training provider or an ATO of PeopleCert, you can get a nice happy discount on that listed exam fee. For example, since I am an registered ATO or an authorized training organization of PeopleCert, if you choose to register for the PRINCE2 Practitioner Exam via my organization, you will definitely be able to get some nice happy discount on that listed fee. And of course, you will get access to the associated training materials approved by PeopleCert as part of the entire course offering. However, please bear in mind that the discounted fee proposals via an ATO have multiple tiers to it, okay? Depending on whether you are just looking to register for the exam or whether you are also looking associated training for the overall PRINCE2 framework, which might be self-paced, might be instructor-led, or even sometimes hybrid, depending on how the ATO services are set up. If you are interested to know more about it, please drop me an email or connect with me over LinkedIn, and me or one of my team members will definitely reach out to you. Moving on, the exam syllabus and the format. So the PRINCE2 7th edition practitioner syllabus is officially the PRINCE2 7th edition manual by Axelos, okay? And it is designed to assess a candidate's ability to apply and tailor PRINCE2 framework in real-life project environments rather than simply recalling the theory, which sort of gets covered in the foundational level already, okay? So the syllabus is structured around the core elements of the PRINCE2 framework, which includes the 7 principles, the 7 practices, and the 7 processes, with strong emphasis on how these interact with each other across the entire project life cycle. Now, there are already detailed videos on these topics on my channel, okay? So make sure you watch them after this one. Now, in the 7th edition of PRINCE2, there is an increased focus on people, sustainability, digital and data management, and commercial delivery, okay? And that reflects how modern day projects will be expected to operate over the next decade or so. Now, candidates as part of the PRINCE2 program are expected to interpret project scenarios, make justified decisions, and demonstrate effective governance and control within the PRINCE2 guidance as part of the PRINCE2 7th edition foundation exam. Now, that's quite a bit of an expectation, isn't it? Now, take it from me as someone who has passed multiple certification exams in project management over the last decade or so, okay? And hands down, the PRINCE2 Practitioner Exam is quite difficult, okay? And it has very high failure rates. Now, please, this is not to scare you, okay? But to help you get grounded to reality. Now, moving on, the exam format is objective testing. It consists of 70 multiple choice questions based on a detailed project case study or project scenario. Candidates must score 42 questions correct out of the 70 questions, which is a 60% pass marks, which means you need at least 60% to pass the exam. Type of questions could be multiple choice, multi-select, drag and drop, and negative type questions as well. Sometimes they do also add fill-in questions. The exam duration is 2 hours and 30 minutes. And the good part is, if you are a non-native English speaker, you get about half an hour on top of this 2.5 hours, which is really good. Also, it is an open book exam, allowing the use of the official PRINCE2 7th edition Managing Successful Projects manual. However, please do not get too excited, okay? Because even if the exam is open book, you will rarely be able to find answers to any questions directly in the official manual, because, as I explained, the exam is highly, I would say highly application and inference oriented rather than just being memory based. Now, exams for the PRINCE2 7th edition practitioner are typically taken online, which means remotely with secured proctoring via webcams. Finally, how much time do you actually need to prepare for the practitioner level of the PRINCE2 exam? Now, as I'm an authorized training provider myself, I believe that if you are starting from absolute scratch, you should not need more than 10 to 12 weeks to pass the exam. Now, believe me, that could go down to 6 to 8 weeks if you already have some good foundational knowledge about the PRINCE2 way of project management, which could mean that you have already passed the foundation level of the exam. So generally, as a rule of thumb, 8 to 12 weeks is a fair estimate for the overall time you need to plan for the PRINCE2 7th edition practitioner exam preparation. I hope the video was helpful for you and it provided you with a detailed overview of the PRINCE2 7th edition practitioner exam. If you are willing to get PRINCE2 certified, you can reach out to me via the details as mentioned on the screen. You can either drop me an email or you can reach out to me over LinkedIn and me or one of my team members will be in touch with you. Please give this video a thumbs up and I'll see you again in the next one.